The Ton Hoa Bridge. Today it bears little resemblance to its past. During the Vietnam War, it was an important link in the Ho Chi Minh Trail and a major bombing target. Over 100 planes were shot down near it, and 5 American pilots taken prisoner. In 1990, not far from the bridge, International Development Enterprises, iDE, an international agency specializing in the dissemination of appropriate technologies, installed 50 treadle pumps as a test. Each pump provides enough water to irrigate 3/4 of an acre of vegetables during the dry season. The nearby Song Chu factory, started in a cave at the height of the bombing in 1967, has begun to manufacture some of the 200,000 treadle pumps expected to be installed in Vietnam over the next 5 years. Today, this farmer uses a bicycle with a simple wood and bamboo rack to carry the fodder he has grown to market. But during the war, this same bicycle rack was the workhorse that helped transport supplies south through the jungle stretches of the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Both the treadle pump and the bicycle rack play a pivotal role in an historic transfer of technology arranged by iDE. The bicycle rack will travel from Vietnam to Bangladesh, Nepal, and India, while a treadle pump makes the reverse trip. The bicycle rack is capable of carrying up to 800 pounds of produce out of fields and along narrow paths only wide enough for a single wheel. Once the load is delivered, the rack is easily dismantled, thrown on the back, and ridden home just as any other bicycle would be. Because a bicycle and a rack costs less than half of what a comparable cart would cost and can haul goods right from the field, its introduction has the potential to revolutionize village transport in Bangladesh, Nepal, and India. But in turn, the treadle pump will have a dramatic impact upon the lives of the small farmers of Vietnam, as great as that experienced in Bangladesh, where it was first introduced. There, the pump costs $35 to buy and install. But by allowing irrigation of an extra crop during the dry season, it provides an average net return and increase of income of $100 to $200 a year. Over the past 6 years in Bangladesh, iDE has mass-marketed the treadle pump and developed a self-sufficient private enterprise network of 70 manufacturers and over 1,000 dealers and well drillers. Today, 400,000 pumps are irrigating more than 300,000 acres. That means an extra $40 million a year for 2.5 million people. And the treadle pump can have an equal, if not greater, impact in Vietnam. After consolidating with the South in 1975, the Vietnamese government introduced a nationwide, centrally planned economy not unlike that of the Soviet Union. Agriculture was collectivized and most of the entrepreneurs fled the country. As with the Soviet model, long food lines became the rule and consumer goods all but disappeared except on the flourishing black market. Vietnam, once the breadbasket of Asia, was importing food. The government realized that dramatic changes had to be made. Collective farms and a centrally planned economy were not working, and unlike the Soviet Union, they knew it. So in 1986, the Vietnamese government inaugurated sweeping economic changes. Heavily subsidized state factories like this one in Ton Hoa had to learn to survive on their own. Not an easy task for a factory unaccustomed to marketing their products and making a profit. And the large collective farms were broken up and replaced by small, individually controlled family farms. Almost overnight, this shift to a market economy all but eliminated food lines, and consumer goods again became available throughout the country. This free market atmosphere provided iDE with a unique opportunity to implement the same mass marketing strategy that has been so successful in Bangladesh. In the fall of 1990, a team of technicians from Bangladesh installed 50 treadle pumps in Thanh province. The test proved to be remarkably successful. The water from each pump was used by as many as 40 families, and with unique Vietnamese ingenuity, transferred to each family's crop by bucket brigade. With water from the treadle pump, this farmer grew cabbages, peanuts, tomatoes, and turnips. In his first year, with a pump that costs $40, he earned a net return of 4.5 million dong, over $500. The pump also provides a clean source of drinking water. In total, the 50 test pumps irrigated more than 250 acres and provided additional income of over $25,000 for 1,000 families. 4 manufacturers in Thanh Hoa province, including the existing Song Chu and Thanh Hoa factories, are just the beginnings of a competitive marketplace for manual irrigation and agricultural equipment. The Thanh Hoa Rural Water Supply Agency will spearhead the training of local well drillers who will sell their services to individual farmers. iDE will help establish a network of for-profit wholesalers and village-level dealers, as well as provide advertising and promotional strategies to stimulate sales. The Vietnamese people endured over 40 years of war and ill-fated change to a centrally planned economy and the resulting deprivations that it caused. Over the next 5 years, iDE will build on Vietnam's move toward a market economy by helping the country develop a profitable network of pump manufacturers, dealers, and well drillers, as well as the marketing and advertising strategies to enable them to sell and install 200,000 treadle pumps. In turn, the bicycle rack that once transported the implements of war for Vietnam will revolutionize the transport of produce for the small farmers of Bangladesh, Nepal, and India. This historic transfer of simple technologies will improve the lives of millions of people throughout Asia and help create a better understanding between its people and those throughout the world.